Hey guys, so today we're going to edit a photo that doesn't have any white to it. Alright, so we're going to start off in Lightroom. This is where we increase the exposure, and then because the background's pretty bright, I'm going to bring down the highlights. You can also control highlights and shadows in the tone curve. That's where I create that subtle S shape, which basically just brings up the midtones a little bit and then brings down the shadows. Next we'll move into color, and this is where I like to decrease the saturation for orange and yellow tones. And I do this whether the image has a white background or if it's shot outside. Those are just the two colors that I always desaturate. And anytime there's a plant or grass or trees in a photo, I always decrease the saturation for green as well. And then I just look for any other colors in the photo that may need tweaking. So here Olivia's hat is pulling a little bit more of a bluish gray tone to it. So I'm going to decrease the saturation for blue, making the hat match the photo a little bit more. And the very last step is under the Detail tab. I increase the sharpness and increase the noise reduction. Now the next app I'm going to show you guys is Snapseed. Snapseed is really great for selective tool, brush tool, all sorts of different options, but here we're only going to use the brush tool on -10 for saturation, just to get rid of a lot of the orange tones in the background of the photo. This is a perfect example of where you wouldn't want to decrease the saturation for orange tones in Lightroom too much because you would have lost a lot of that coloring in the skin. So it's a roundabout way to decrease the orange tones in a photo but still keep the color of the skin. Now the next app I'm going to show you is Color Story. Color Story I basically just use for light flares, but my friend Kim does an amazing job at using their filters, and she's also created some amazing presets if you guys want to check her out. So for this photo I'm going to add a light flare behind Olivia. I won't necessarily post this to my feed because it doesn't match because it's very warm and airy, and my feed tends to pull a lot of cool tones and dark contrast. But if you like this look, which is so beautiful, then this is just a really easy way to get it. And the very last app that I love to use on all of my photos at the end is VSCO. VSCO is really great for making sure that all of your photos have the same tones and same look, creating that cohesive feed. My favorite filter is A5 from the Analog Aesthetic series, and I always bring it down to about halfway. So that's it guys, I hope you found this video beneficial and learned a little bit about light flares and editing outdoor photos, and if you did find it helpful, please follow along, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you. Thanks guys!